right now we're printing. We've got the Creality K2 Plus going. Earlier today we just took off a part for, I'm actually working on Five Nights at Freddy costume right here. It's for my daughter. And I don't have a ton of experience doing cosplay. I mean, I did a Mandalorian costume, but all I did is print it. I didn't go through and do the post-production. But this right here is the basic Freddy helmet. Anyway, I'm not holding it together very well while I'm doing it. I have to put it on the table. But most of these parts right here are being printed with my bigger printer, the K2 Plus. The K2 Plus is a better printer for big prints because of the big build volume. Don't like to use it very often for the multicolor. It's got the unicorn nozzle and it just wastes so much. But anything that's got big goes to the K2 Plus, and I love that build plate. Anything that's looking for industrial strength materials, filaments, ASAs, ABAs, those kind of things go to the Creality K2 Plus. As I go through and I work on the costumes through building the Five Nights at Freddy costume, we're just using it, building it for FanX for my daughter to go there. We'll keep you updated on that project. Right now, we're building a jewelry box display, a rotating jewelry box, and it's got several parts to it. So I've got the big build plate, the Creality, doing several of the smaller parts, plus one big part, and then I've got some other parts we've thrown on. I'm gonna get a couple parts for the jewelry stand display that's being used for the play that'll be put here on these printers. They don't do multicolor at this point in time, but they're extremely efficient at what they do, and they give us good quality, and I mean, for what they do, it's unbeatable. As soon as everything goes through and has all of their first layer laid down and we're safe, then we'll jet and we'll go to bed. Well, we're finishing up with the first layer. This one's almost done with the second layer. This one's on into the second layer. Everything's good there. We got those going exactly like we want them to. Spider-Man's more than well on its way. This is a black suited Spider-Man, so it's black right now, and it'll get up and do the red part a little bit later. And this has been going for a ways, so it's looking good. And we come over here and we're up onto the second layer here on this one too. So we're good to walk away for a while and let it do its thing. I think it's important to make sure that you got your first layer on. Anyone that's done much printing at all knows if you don't have a good first layer, you'll come back to a whole roll of spaghetti in the morning, or a clog or a jam. But we look good to go to bed, so good night, sleep tight, print me good stuff tonight. We'll see where everything's at tomorrow morning, and we'll take a look at it. Checking in the middle of the night. Things are looking good. Just coming back a few hours later to making sure we haven't had any mistakes. My perch tower is falling down, and I'm going to let it still keep printing. I wondered if I'd made that perch tower a little bit too small, and I'm just going to see what it looks like. So we'll take a look in the morning if I made a bad mistake, or yeah, I mean, we'll probably have some stringing on there. And if I have to reprint, we'll make the perch tower a little bit bigger. I tried to save on material, but it's a little tall for me to have done that. This is the other thing that's taken place. If you take a look, and this has actually happened to me several times, it's a new roll I put on, and this right here has wrapped around. It's come off and wrapped around the spool here, and it makes it to where it stops printing. I actually had that happen on several when I put a new spool on there. I don't know if there's something that I'm doing wrong, if there's a design off, but the Centauri Carbon 2, it's a good printer, but that's one thing that has happened to me several times now. Starting to go again, and there we go, printing. But we've got it printing again, and I'm going to shut the door and keep the heat in here, and in the morning when I come back, we'll see if we just have a big mess or if it finishes it. For the rest of the whole print, it'll have a whole bunch of those little strings that'll come out. But as long as those little strings don't get too tangled up, I can clip them off and we'll be able to make it work still. Come over here to the everything looks good here on the So they still have a ways to go. Interesting one's gonna be to see what happens with this Spider-Man. It's the one that's got a little bit of an issue here, and I knowingly am going to let it keep printing. With problems persisting, we're just going to end it, start a new one, put the proper supports in for the perch tower, and reprint. So we got the first layer in, everything else looks good. All the Centauri carbons are doing good with theirs. Snapmaker, it's always doing good. Creality K2 Plus. Both the Snapmaker and the Creality K2 Plus allow me to monitor my prints from my phone. It's in the middle of the night still, and I can tell that this print has messed up. I'm just gonna stop it right now, and we'll take a look at it tomorrow morning and see what we're really looking at. Morning, let's see what we've got here. This right here is the K2 Plus, and it looks like we lost one of our smaller pieces, but it's past the point of having any impact on the rest. But this piece right here didn't finish, and so we'll have a little bit of stringing, but we'll easily reprint that last piece. Looks like we're gonna have some good solid prints there. It's just not quite finished with it. Things are looking pretty good there. Over here in the middle of the night, told me that we were running into issues, and I just canceled the print. It somehow had a shift. I don't know what happened there, but don't often have mistakes with the Snapmaker, so that one's a surprise to me. But I did notice it in the middle of the night. I love the printers that make it to where they have an app on the phone and you can monitor your prints throughout the night. So I was able to cancel it right there from my bed without even having to come out to the print shed, and instead of wasting a ton of filament overnight that just turns into some wasted print that I have to throw away, I was able to cancel it. Thank you so much for making that one of the options that it works with the Snapmaker. If we come over here, and I did come out when this had an air last night, and our perch tower is going substantially better, but we're coming over here and we have the same issue that happened last night, and I completely unloaded it. And where it's happening consistently is when it started going into the color change. Once that color change takes place, this is coming off of the spool. So it backs up enough, it comes off of the spool, and then it wraps around the gears in here. It can't pull and feed, and the sensors shut it down. It tightens up, and to fix it, I'm going to just cut this right here, and I want to cut it enough that I'll be able to pull it out, and it's bound up in there good. It tied itself in a knot and shut it down. Now I'm glad that it stops it, because if it doesn't stop it, we run into a real issue. But this right here, it did pause it, and I have to go through and reload the filament. Here, this is enough of a kink where it bent it. I will actually cut it right there when I reload it and put it into the machine, so we go again. Here, and I'm gonna hit unload. It'll go through its sequenced unload, and then I'll just be able to pull it out. It only keeps one head loaded at a time anyway, but that happens to be the one that is loaded, so I can't pull it. We'll get the Spider-Man going again. So it didn't finish either. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take and put back another, because this is a project I'm working on for myself. I'm trying to get these octopuses done, something for myself. I had an order come in last night for 100 baby dragons, so I'm going to have to put pretty hard and heavy on the Snapmaker to try to go through and get the multicolor prints done. I've got 6 days to do it in, and I will probably even print a batch of them on the Creality K2 Plus to be able to get it done. And as soon as this is available to work, it'll also be put into. So maybe we'll shoot a video comparing the Snapmaker waste compared to both the Elegoo and the Creality, and we'll go through and set it up so we can measure that and we can actually see the waste difference, because I mean, it's substantial. But for now, let's come over and take a look at the two prints that have finished, that finished perfectly, no issues. Our Centauri Carbon 1, it wins for the day. We've got the parts here, and we will pull these parts out, get them set up, and actually we'll go through and we'll put this together so we can take a look and see the actual jewelry box come together. We'll have to reprint just the one small piece, and I'll probably print it here on one of these printers so I can free up the other printer for some dragons, because these can't do multicolor.
And even though they don't do multicolor, I have enough prints that come through that require me to just print something that's just one color, and they just work. They're like just workhorses. They're a beast, and they will always have a place in my shop because they just work and they just have impeccable quality. And they don't have quite as good overhang as you would get on your Snapmaker or your Creality K2, but as long as you stay within the parameters that you have, they're unbeatable. I mean, they're just a workhorse. I don't know why. I mean, and I paid $300 for each of these, and the Elegoo Centauri Carbon 2 does the same thing. I mean, I only run into issues if I'm ever switching colors with the jam, and that's happened enough times it's becoming frustrating. But as far as running as a printer, it's actually a better printer than either of these two. But these printers, for the price, it's unbeatable. I mean, since I bought these, and what I chose was to get $80 off of the Centauri Carbon 2, it gave me $80 off when I actually bought the Centauri Carbon 2, and then I waited for a sale to go on top of that. I paid $320 for my Centauri Carbon 2. I can't complain. It's a hell of a machine for the price. Yes, I like my Snapmaker better, but it's a $1,000 machine. Yes, I bought it on Kickstarter, so I only paid like $600, $750, something like that. You could go buy this printer as is right now for probably about $1,000. This one right here, the Creality K2 Plus, just over $1,000. If you want the CFS units, $1,500. I love these printers, but for $300 or even $400, $450 is what they're asking right now for this. That's unbeatable. The quality that it gives, day in, day out, just a workhorse giving what you want. You can't beat it. For the price, you can't beat the Elegoo printer. And I love Elegoo. When they originally came out and said they were going to have a multicolor unit, and they didn't, it soured just a little bit. I got a little frustrated. And then they came out with the Creality 2, which didn't give you the option to make these multicolors. And I used these enough that I just, multicolor, I got to the point, I guess I didn't care a ton, but I felt lied to. And I got a bad taste in my mouth. But I still used my coupons and got the Elegoo Centauri Carbon 2. But they've now come out for $55. I can put this same multicolor unit on my Elegoo Centauri Carbon 1s. I've actually ordered the multicolor unit, just one of them. I don't need to put both of them. I really just want to mess around with it, maybe shoot a few videos on the actual multicolor unit for the Centauri Carbon 1 and the upgrade and compare to the Centauri Carbon 2. But I have mad respects for Elegoo. They actually came through with what it is that they promised in an ever-changing field where right now the rage is tool changers. Everyone wants tool changers, and they still invested the time and resources to come through with a commitment that they made. And I respect the fact that they were willing to say, it's not working the way we want it to. We're going to hold off, and we're not going to put a product out that's going to make our customers more frustrated than it is going to please them. And then they kept working on it until they did come out with this, they're calling it the Canvas system, or the multicolor unit for their printers. So Elegoo, thank you. And you have my respect, and that's the reason I have Elegoo printers. We're going to go through and we're going to get these prints pulled off of the print. We're going to get this one going through. We're going to throw this mess away, and we're going to start on some dragons to try to fill this order for 100 dragons. Just an elementary school that my wife works at that, let's be honest, I just donate the dragons. The kids sure love it at the school, and we may even enact some of these to try to get there because one printer won't get all 100 done. Maybe I'll shoot another video on those dragons and fulfilling that order. Having that clog, so instead of continuing to fight it, I mean, we're making a little bit of progress, but it keeps binding up. So I've just pulled out one of my dryer boxes, and I'm going to see if I can't just side there and see if it'll prevent it from binding up on me. See if that works. So I've taken and I've reloaded it, and I've actually run it through a Bowden tube right here and it's going straight up there, and seems to be doing better. We'll watch it really close and see how it goes, and see if that fixes the problem. That might be all it takes, is just switch it from there Although I do want to point out, you come over here to the snap maker, take a look at how close these spools are. I haven't run into an issue, ever. Not once have I had it come off the tube on the snap maker and jam up. Well, since we've put the filament dryer there and we're running it through the filament dryer, it's gone perfectly. We're not too far away from finishing up with the top of the carousel jewelry display. Well, looks like the Creality is done, so we'll go through and we'll pull these off. Crack that just a little bit better. And once again, I'm trying not to touch the build plate at all. Sometimes you end up having to. Oh, there we go, we got it. And the part that goes into that right there up top is the part that we don't have. So we're reprinting it right now. We're gonna come here and just use the Elegoo right here to print this part. Come here, and we will print that. Should only take about a half an hour to print, and then we'll go through and put the carousel together. Well, there we have it. It printed successfully, first time. And there we go. So we have all of the parts here printed. This, we're gonna come in and we're gonna put, this is just it's meant to hold a motor. So I'll put it in here, and we're not putting the motor in right now. The motor would come across right here and come in. But we're not putting an actual motor. This slides in here, and then this right here locks into place with this. And then this drops in here. Got the spinning carousel. I'm gonna grab some ball bearings and see if we have the right size and make sure it works. Right here, ball bearings that we've got. We've got the ball bearings installed. Let's see how it spins. We'll put in here. That's gonna work. Now if we went in there and we put a motor on it, it would just keep spinning. And the last piece right here goes on top. And that's what we got. I actually like it. I think it turned out really well. Go through here and spin it. Come from there, and don't have much left on the Spider-Man, so we'll pull that out and clean it up and take it, see what it looks like. Purge tower before, we take it and compare it to the new purge tower. You can see how the one's a lot more stable, but it uses more filament, and I was trying to be cheap, so I didn't put what I should have into the purge tower, and it fell over. So I just made a better purge tower. Anyway, let's take a look at Spider-Man and get him cleaned up and see what he looks like.